The things I do for you to show you stuff. My word. I took this apart from here over before to fish out where the exhaust fan was before, and I cleaned that all out. A rat's nest was up in there, and that was all broken apart, and the flapper was chewed, and I fixed the flapper and I put that in there and rerouted the duct. Came up over here, attached that. This is old rat droppings from years ago. Okay, and they just climbed through this whole duct all the way outside, and they came in from outside. Can you believe it? They just crawled up through the stucco wall and used it as a ladder, and they came up through that, and they made a nest down in there and all that. And hey, after we moved in here, I fixed it. I guess the people whose house it was, they didn't really use this bathroom. It could have been sitting like that for a couple years, for all I know. And of course, the home inspector, he never caught it. Of course, he never did. Of course, he never. Had he have pulled the exhaust fan cover off, he would have seen all the stuff in there. But he didn't even do that. You know. Paying for a home inspection before we purchased the house, all to find out that the home inspector really didn't do his job properly. I'm glad I'm down here because I saw that the mouse traps were popped. There was another one way back over there that's been snapped with nothing in it. There's one right there that still is baited, and I'm noticing there's some insulation in different bays, ceiling bays, that are missing, that I'm going to have to, again, the home inspector, he should have caught that years ago, but he didn't. He didn't tell us about it or anything. I had to come down here and find it myself. I found wood shavings all down here. Of course, he didn't find it. Of course, the termite inspector, he didn't say anything about the wood shavings here and underneath the house. I mean, I was kind of pissed off about it, but I made videos of that whole thing. And they're on my channel somewhere. But in any case, I lifted this little piece of insulation up right in here, and I saw all kinds of little wood shavings and stuff down here. And I'm thinking there might be a little nest up there, and so I'm going to have to check that out. Oh, one more thing. You know, if you got a house and you have crawl areas underneath your house, wherever they are, you might want to go check them out. I did a inspection. I put it on my videos. I don't know exactly where it is. It might be home rehab, condo rehab, something. And underneath the house, I did a little inspection. I did a little inspection in this area too. And you can go down there and you can kind of see what all is going on. See what you can do to make it better. If you got wood down here, see here's some bits of wood that they left from years ago. The inspector didn't even make them pull this stuff out. Here's a little piece of a TJI, a small one. And see all that kind of stuff. When you buy a house, a home inspector, you're supposed to pay a home inspector who's licensed, and you pay him, and he checks out underneath your house. He checks out inside your house, on top of your house, around your house, underneath your house. And he's supposed to give you a full report of what he finds, so that you know what kind of shape the house is, in case you need to make a counter offer to somebody and say, hey, you know, we did a home inspection, we found this, and we found this, and we found this. Based on that, we're willing to still purchase the house, but for X amount of dollars less. And you do that, and you also get a termite inspection. Termite inspection is separate from a homeowner's inspection, and the homeowner inspector should have caught this stuff. He should have caught missing insulation. He should have caught all kinds of stuff that he didn't even have on his list. And a termite inspector, he should have caught this. Anything underneath your house that's wood cannot be there. I sold a house one time, but because they saw little bits of wood underneath the house, even though I had just built the house and it was only maybe less than 2 years old, a termite inspector went under there, and because he saw little things of wood, he says, oh, okay, well, in order for me to sign off, I have to spray underneath the entire house. Yeah, really? Well, that's what he, and so, you know, I think it cost me an extra $850 or so to have him spray, because I had a few 2x4s under that. I could have spent 2 hours and got the stuff out, and I should have done that before the inspector came. But in any case, you can, just because those inspectors are supposed to catch those things, sometimes they don't catch it all. And so for you to see what sort of shape your house is in, you can go underneath your house and look around. And I know there's insulation missing. Well, this insulation should be there, right? Why should I have to purchase insulation, get the insulation over here and put it down, put it up and all that kind of stuff? This should be there. Had the inspector caught that, the homeowner's inspector, they would have had to, the seller would have had to have somebody come out here and go through underneath the house. There's all kinds of places underneath the house where there's missing insulation, where there's missing insulation around the air conditioning register or air conditioning wise, and there was a couple air conditioner duct pieces underneath another area of the house that was hanging down on the ground, and there was wood shavings, and there were some bolts that were loose and stuff. All that stuff should have been already done before we purchased the house. So I'm telling you, just because you purchase your house, you don't think, I don't have to go underneath the house. You know, go underneath the house anyways and look and see for yourself. See if the brackets that are holding up your plumbing sewer line is tied up properly. Make sure your duct straps are attached properly and none of them have fallen off. Look at your plumbing pipes. I looked at some plumbing pipes, and some of the plumbing pipes had insulation wrap around them, and some of them didn't. And let's see. Yeah, see that black pipe, this first black pipe? There's a copper pipe under there. And this is foam insulation stuff, you see? That's copper pipe all the way around there, and they've done that on the lines under here, but on another portion of the house, they didn't do it. And so, you know, stuff like that. Then you can decide yourself, do I want to spend the money and time and effort to do that myself? Do I want to get somebody else out here, or do I want to just leave it? You be in charge of that. You can check all that out. So you know, I'm kind of glad I'm under here so I can make this video, so I can tell you a few things. Okay, now I've got everything cleaned up. It's time for me to get out of here, take a little break, and decide how I want to tackle that ceiling fan down there. Whew.